2019. Roll call, please. Carl.
Councilmember Remley.
Here.
Lunsman.
Here.
Johnson.
Here.
Bunceness.
Here.
Olson.
Here.
Rux.
Here.
Council President Ronayne.
Deputy Mayor.
Okay,
I'm
Deputy
President.
Mayor. Okay. President sounds so much better.
The first item to come before the council tonight is the administration of oaths to our new council members, our Mayor-elect Travis Schoeneman and Josh Reif, who will be representing the Northwest District. Mr. Alberts, our finance officer, is authorized by the state of South Dakota to administer oaths, including oaths of office. And at this time, I would ask Mr. Alberts to come up. And Mayor Schoeneman, if you would come up, you may then be sworn.
I, Travis Schoeneman, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America and the Constitution of South Dakota, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of mayor of the city of Aberdeen, South Dakota, according to the best of my ability, and that I am not under any direct or indirect obligation to appoint or elect any person to any office, position, or employment under the government of the city.
Thank you. Congratulations. Sure.
I, Joshua Reif, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of South Dakota, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of City Council Member from the Northwest District of the City of Aberdeen, South Dakota, according to the best of my ability, that I am not under any direct or indirect obligation to appoint or elect any person to any office, position, or employment under the government of the city.
First order of business, I ask that you stand with me and follow along with the Pledge of Allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Next, we'll need a motion to approve the minutes from the last week's meeting, June 24th.
Moved.
Second. I've got a motion, Bunceness, second, Johnson. We do have, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
And opposed say no. Nay. Okay, we'll move on to the open forum. It looks like we have one speaker, Carl Perry. Turn the floor over to you.
Please push the button or turn green.
It's already green.
All right, thank you.
City council members, mayor, and people of Aberdeen. My main reason for being here is, one of my main reasons for being here is to talk about the Exchange Club of Aberdeen at Freedom Shrine tomorrow and make sure that you know that you're invited to come. The program is at 10:30 a.m. There will be 30 different historic documents that will be displayed. It's a very important thing. It's great for Americanism. There are 14 of these throughout the city of Aberdeen, and this just makes things a lot better. And when I asked to do this, I didn't realize our transportation director was going to be here, so he might have already decided he was going to cover this too. But it never hurts to hear it twice, especially when it's really, really good stuff. It's free, so please come. And by the way, we'll have remarks and the welcome by our new mayor, Travis Schoeneman. Thank you.
Thank you, Carl. That's it for the open forum. We'll move on to old business. We have 3 ordinances to get a final read for adoption. The first is a ordinance to rezone property described as Lot 2, Brown County Commissioners' 3rd subdivision. Looks like it was previously approved without objection. Can I get a motion for the second reading and final adoption?
Moved. Second.
I've got a motion from Bunceness, second from Rux, and I will have a roll call. Carl?
Any changes? No changes. Okay.
Councilmember Remley,
Aye.
Ronayne,
Aye.
Lunsman,
Aye.
Rife,
Aye.
Johnson,
Aye.
Bunceness,
Aye.
Olson,
Aye.
Rux,
Aye.
Mayor Leaves, pardon me, Mayor Shoneman.
Aye, motion carries. Old business, item B, ordinance to rezone property described as Lot 9 in the south 47 feet of Lot 10, Block 24, first edition of Aberdeen from second reading, final adoption. Any questions on this one?
No changes from last week.
Sounds good. Can I get a motion to pass?
Second.
Sounds good. I've got a motion from Bunceness and a second from Olson. I will have a roll call. Carl?
Councilmember Rux,
Aye.
Olson,
Aye.
Bunceness,
Aye.
Johnson,
Aye.
Rife,
Aye.
Lunsman,
Aye.
Ronayne,
Aye.
Remley,
Aye.
Mayor Shoneman.
Aye. Motion carries. Third ordinance we'll be speaking about is the lease airport property to Agtegra Cooperative. Looks like it was also approved without objection. Can I get a motion to pass?
So moved.
Second.
Sounds great. We've got a motion from Rux and a second from Olson. Carl?
Councilmember Remley,
Aye.
Ronayne,
Aye.
Lunsman,
Aye.
Rife,
Aye.
Johnson,
Aye.
Bunceness,
Aye.
Olson,
Aye.
Rux,
Aye.
Mayor Shoneman.
Aye. Motion carries. Next item of business, I'd entertain a roll call I'd entertain a motion to approve items A through F in the routine city business of the consent calendar.
So moved.
So we've got a motion from Lunsman and a second from Ronayne. Any questions on these items? All in favor of passing, then we'll say aye.
Aye.
And opposed, nay. Motion carries. That'll take us to the items in the new business. First, we have a request for qualifications to seek EPA grant funds. That's an item that Lynn brought to the table. Lynn, would you like to speak on that?
Yes, I would ask the council that we table this until July 8th. I'm still seeking additional data about timelines.
Moved. Second.
Okay, we've got a motion to table for a week. Motion by Bunceness, second by Rux. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. Motion to table carries. This second item on the agenda is the South Dakota Department of Transportation Bridge Funding Agreement, possible approval and authorization for the mayor to sign the funding agreement with the DOT for $99,838. Robin, what have you got on that?
Okay, the Federal Highway Department had distributed some money back to the DOT. What ends up happening in those cases, the DOT will redistribute that as state funds to the city of Aberdeen. The state will keep the federal funding, they will distribute that to us. The terms and conditions typically are that we have to follow certain guidelines, and in this case, they want us to put it strictly to bridge funding. And it could be matching on the next bridge project or matching on this particular bridge project that we're doing right now. This is based on 2017. You'll see in the packet that it was for 3 bridges. One is actually under construction right now. So we're asking for your approval to go enter into that agreement.
Move approval. Second.
We've got a motion from Rux and a second from Lunsman, I believe, and
Can't get into saving life.
I think it was Remley.
second from Remley. Sorry, I don't mean to cut you short. Mike.
voice.
And they look
Everyone's
alike.
going so fast here. Any questions on it from anyone else in the council? Okay, all in favor, aye.
Aye.
And opposed, nay. Motion carries. Third item on the agenda of new business is the purchase of a Caterpillar 938M from Butler Machinery. Robin, that one's yours as well.
Yes, thank you. We will, in a lot of cases, we do things through bids, but we have been using the National Joint Powers Agreements recently to try to make sure we get the equipment kind of as we're looking for it. The most reasonably priced piece of equipment that we could find for the uses that we need. And this is going to be to carry our milling machines, our snow blowers, things of that nature. It's a little larger machine than what we've used in the past. In the past, we've had to add ballast to the tires and counterweights. It's a little scary for the operator, so we have beefed up the size of this a little bit. And we have demoed this Caterpillar 938 and find that it's a good machine and most reasonably priced. So we're asking for approval of the purchase in the amount of $214,811.
Move to approve.
Second.
Okay, I've got a movement from Ronayne, second from Lunsman. I will, all in favor?
I just, is 214,000 reasonable?
Well, everything's relative. The competition was 240. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Motion carries. Next item on the agenda is approval of the bills for July 1st.
Move approval, paying the bills.
Second.
Sounds good. We've got a movement from Bunceness and a second from Ronayne. And this one we will need a roll call vote. Carl?
Councilmember Ruggs,
Aye.
Olson,
Aye.
Bunceness.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Rife.
Aye.
Lunsman.
Aye.
Ronayne.
Aye.
Remley.
Aye.
Mayor Shoneman.
Aye. Motion carries. At this point, we'll move on to Lynn's city manager's report.
Thank you. I have one item. I received this correspondence from Doug Johnson approximately 2 hours ago. I would like to read it to the council. I am writing to inform you that I plan to retire effective November 22nd, 2019. It has been an honor and a pleasure for me to serve the community as Director of Parks, Recreation, and Forestry Department. I appreciate the outstanding support I've received over the years from current and former mayors, city council members, and park and recreation board members, as well as support from Mr. Lander and other city departments. That ongoing support has allowed our department to provide a comprehensive array of leisure services and facilities that has contributed to the quality of life for the citizens of our community. Throughout my career in Aberdeen, I have had an outstanding group of loyal and dedicated employees working with me to accomplish the many goals that we have set out to achieve. While I look forward to retirement, I will miss working with a wonderful group of employees who have contributed greatly to my success as director. And after receiving this, I spoke to Jill, our Human Resources Director, and we hope to have this position. We will post it immediately and hope to start doing interviews sometime in September, where we hope to fill the position before he actually leaves. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you, Lynn. So we have an executive session to discuss some contractual matters. We'll have to clear the room for if anyone else has anything first. Dave.
Yes, since we have 2 new members, I would ask that we direct the administration to put a list together of the boards that we sit on as liaisons, and that they come back to us next week with that list. And if there's any changes that need to be made, I am going to give up my seat in the Parks and Rec Board, not because the current director is retiring, but Josh has more experience with Parks and Rec, so I'm giving that over to him.
And Doug's position is open. If you're looking to move up in that one.
Thank you.
Anything else?
No.
Motion, or I would move to go into executive session.
Second.
Sounds good. We've got a motion for executive session from Ronayne, second from Rife. Clear the room and turn off the cameras.
Aye.
All in favor?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Motion carries. Executive session to follow. Huh? Okay.
There, that goes there. Back to Josh.